Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Mystery Sports Podcast. And as you can tell, and as you can probably tell by my face, United, and from the title, United get battered by Newcastle with 10 men. Where do we go? Why does, you know, we know we're not going to win every game of the season. We know we're not going to y- you we're not gonna win everything. There's always gonna be games that we lose, and eventually this was gonna happen. And from the performance from today from United, we deserve to lose. Simple as that. United deserved to lose this football game. There was nothing good about this game apart from Bruno Fernandes. That was the only positive United can take from this game. First half, they were non-existent. Newcastle were the better team. They started better. They're at home. Of course, they're going to start better. That's what any team wants in a home Premier League game, to start better and to just perform better than the away side and use your home advantage. Newcastle did that. It was a bit of a strange first half because it was a nil-nil, but was kind of entertaining for certain parts of it. United grew into the game. We started playing some football. We started having possession, creating a few chances. Cunha had a chance. Shesko had a chance as well, where we probably could have done better with them. Um, and obviously the Mainu chance where not Raya, when Ramsdale made a great save. For one game, Ramsdale actually had a really good game. Why is it against United? Why does he decide to turn up against Man United? It's just frustrating. He makes so many howlers, and he didn't put a foot wrong today, which, for as a Newcastle fan, you're probably loving that. The penalty, well, the red card, it is a second yellow because he has dived. Lemans hasn't touched him. You know, it's a simple dive from Ramsey, so he has to get sent off. Penalty, Bruno. I know obviously he's not meant to obviously give away the penalty, but he gave away the pen. They go 1-0 up, and then United, good response. We're playing against 10 men. The attitude, never give up attitude was there for the end of the first half. We obviously get that equaliser. Good, another set piece goal for United. Casemiro with a brilliant header, another assist for Bruno. And I think it was just good. But we needed to see that kind of energy and the running and the levels that we saw at the end of that first half straight away into that second half. Like what we did against Palace, where we came out of the traps in the second half. We had a couple of chances and then we go and score. We didn't see that happen at all in that second half. We grew into it like we did in the first half. Bruno was doing the only player who I said was positive. Bruno was doing bits on that pitch. He was creating chances. Yoro should have put his header away. Ugarte should have put the header away. And there's a few more chances where Bruno's put a great ball in, and the others have just let him down. They weren't contributing. And Bumo was rubbish. Delo was rubbish when he came on. Ugarte was rubbish when he came on. And I just think when we go to the player, you will see why I think the players were so bad and why I'm gonna give him a low score, because they were awful. Every single one of them, bar Bruno Fernandes, were awful. I mean, Shesko, you could probably say he was the next best player on that pitch because, he didn't have any he had one cross onto him, I think, and he couldn't win the header because Newcastle with Dan Burn, which winning every bloody header. Tau was winning every header as well. It's just diabolical, and I just don't understand why we were that poor. And like I said at the start, we're not supposed to win every game. We're gonna lose at some point. But when it's against 10 men, you're expected to win, and you're expected to turn up, and you're expected to perform, and to be able to break down a team and pass the ball quickly, which we didn't do. Pass the ball quickly is the main thing when you're against 10 men. Pass it around, get them running, get them knackered, and go and win win the game. And I would look at the league table. Obviously, United is still in third. We're still good. We'll be doing a. We'll go through the other fixtures as well. So, Arsenal class for them. They won obviously. City dropping points at home to Forest. That gap's now 7 points. Arsenal I think now they've got to win the league now with 8 games for them remaining. They've got to go win the league. United obviously still in third, 51 points. It's good. Let let's not focus on the negatives too much in terms of the whole league kind of position and perspective and where we are. Third position is good, is really good. I think we've got top four. Like we're gonna get Champions League. Um, we've got to perform now in that Villa game at home. We've got to beat Villa to get daylight, which we could have had today. Villa obviously slipping up at Chelsea. Well, Chelsea battered them, didn't they? That's a good result for them. Level on points with Liverpool, only 3 points behind United now. Okay, fair as it was. It was good, but on a Chelsea's perspective, but this was a chance for United to go 2 points clear of Aston Villa. I think was it? No, 3 points clear of Villa because they lost. If and it was basically put on a plate for them. They were 10 men, Newcastle, and we were the team who obviously didn't have 10 men, but looked like we had 10 men because we couldn't really create many chances, or we weren't just the energy level was just diabolical from them. It was awful to watch. Like there was nothing good bar from Bruno. As I say again, there was nothing good about except from Bruno Fernandes. Because he was creating chances. The Casemiro goal, good from him. Now we'll do the player ratings now. I want to see your guys' reaction as well. If you got any questions, put it in the chat as well. I can answer them. But we look at the player ratings there. You guys can see that. So Lamans, he didn't really have much to do. He probably should have done better with the second goal. I think he should have dived. If he dives, he might get something on. As long as he dives, there's a chance that he gets something on it. If he gets something on it, then you never know what will happen. He might save it. He might parry it out to Maguire or something to clear it. Shaw obviously only playing 61 minutes. I want to go on to the substitutions as well in a second. Shaw playing 61 minutes, getting a yellow card. Poor from Shaw, 5. Maguire, poor, didn't really do much, 5. Yoro, poor again, 5. Mazraoui, I thought was quite tough. I hope to God his injury isn't too severe and he is available for that for Villa. And we've got plenty of time. We've got a week and a half, haven't we, for that game? So hopefully he's back. So Mazraoui 6. Casemiro goal playing 61 minutes. I'd give Casemiro 6. Mainu 6. Bang average. Bruno man of the match for us. Class 7. Mbumo rubbish. Really poor from Mbumo. No running. No energy from him. Giving the ball away too easily. Didn't have shots when he should have had a shot. When Bruno played that pass into him, he should have just shot first time. Why are you dilly-dallying with the ball? Stop trying to find Shesko. Be selfish and get the ball. I know Shesko's on good form, but when you're in that position, you've made a clever run. Why are you not putting the ball in the back of the net? Just simple things, simple footballing things where if you just take the shot on, you're like 5 yards out, you're gonna score pretty much. There's a whole big chance to score, and the chance in the first half where he blazes it over the bar when it's literally an empty net. All he has to do is take a touch and just put it on his strong foot, and it's in. All he has to just tap it in, and when he blazes it over the bar, it's just oh my, it's just ridiculous. I don't know how a professional footballer can miss that kind of chance. It's bizarre and it's frustrating that we've dropped points away at home. Cunha was rubbish as well. Didn't see him do much in that game. Maybe he ran with the ball, but there was nothing in that end product. And he's an international Brazilian star. You've got to be putting 100% effort. You've got to be creating chances, especially when you're against 10 men. So Cunha, I'd give him a 4, and Bruno, I'd give him a 3. Shesko had nothing to do in that game. He could have had a goal. 6 from Shesko. It wasn't his best performance. And then we look onto the subs as well. So, Dalot, awful. 3 for Diego Dalot. Gives away cheap fouls. Doesn't know how to pass a ball. Xerxes had a great effort. Ramsdale, I don't know where this performance was from Ramsdale. He had an unbelievable game, as I said before. So I think give Xerxes 6. Malacio, we only played 5 minutes, but he was rubbish. 4, Ahmad didn't see him involved. 4, and Ugarte, I don't know why Manuel Ugarte is playing for United. The substitutions were diabolical, and I think Ugarte gets like a 2. Honestly, I'm fed up. I'm honestly fed up with Man United and how you can play. I think it was coming because we've not been playing well against the past few games. Really, we've just about got wins, which is fair enough. But I think this game was a reality check, and we didn't play well. I think Carrick, some of his substitutions today were why. First of all, Casemiro off, Ugarte on, Mainu off, Delo on. Why would we want to take the midfield off who's looked good? Mainu probably arguably one of our best players on the ball. He took him off for a guy who can't even make a 2-yard pass, Ugarte. Casemiro, maybe fatigue could be in it, but I think Casemiro should have stayed on. He brings in Delo. Why? I don't think we needed Delo on. I think we needed Ahmad on for Mbemo straight away, really, in that second half. Mbemo was rubbish in that half. We should have had Mbemo, Ahmad on at half time, and I think that the game changes because we come in with a bit more pace, bit more energy up front, and we might be able to create something. But you only got like 20 minutes, Ahmad, and we didn't really do anything. But it just goes to show that United aren't this side who can go win every game. I mean, no one is. Should have probably won the game, being them down to 10 men. Just as you can tell by my expressions, it's just disappointing at the end of the day. And another chance to put daylight between ourselves and the teams below, i.e., Villa, Liverpool, and Chelsea, has gone. Yeah, and then obviously we just go on to a couple of other fixtures that we saw today. So there were, you know, I think obviously the standout fixture was you guys can see that the Chelsea versus Villa 4-1 to Chelsea. João Pedro with a hat trick, well done to him, and obviously Cole Palmer getting a goal. Arsenal putting it 7 points. 7 points. What's it called? 7 points clear of City. Unlucky from Gregor. Yeah. It wasn't even unlucky, mate. I'll be honest. It was shambles. It was a shambles. West Ham putting pressure on Spurs. 1-0 win away at the Craven Cottage. Brilliant result for West Ham. Them and Forest. Forest with a great result against City, getting that point there. Yeah. What else do we see? Spurs are in trouble and they've got to win now. If they don't beat Crystal Palace, I think they're gone. I've said this quite frequently. I think Spurs have gone. Yeah, mate, come on. Give it a rest, mate. I don't know what you do. What are you doing here? Just if you're not going to be respectful, jog on. Honestly. Obviously, then you have the United result. I think the City game was Well, it was not diabolical. I think it was great for a Nottingham Forest perspective. They've got a point there. If only West Ham didn't win, they'd be out of the drop. No, they start the drop. If in terms of Forest, in terms of West Ham, I meant if West Ham obviously drop points, then no, sorry. If Nottingham Forest dropped points, West Ham would have been out of the drop, which was good, but obviously that doesn't work. Good win for West Ham. Good point for Nottingham Forest. Puts the pressure back on Spurs. Now they're obviously 1 point behind. You've come here saying not getting top 5, mate. I'm just going to show you the Premier League the table in terms of what's actually happening. So who do you support? Put that in the chat so we all know who you support, because then we can get an idea on where these comments are coming from, because it's a good indication first. But we'll look at the table again. As I mentioned before, United 3rd in the league, 51 points, mate. that we're on. Joint third with Villa, obviously ahead on goal difference. We're still 3 points clear of both Liverpool and Chelsea. So I think it's nailed on that we are going to get top five, mate. I don't think United will slip up many times, really. I think we've got enough quality to get top four. I think. Who do you support? That's the question now I want to know. If you are a City fan, I think today's just shown that. Well, to all Man City fans, I think today's shown that Arsenal are probably gonna go win the league now. That point, the gap 7 there. I don't know where City are gonna claw. Um, you're a Bayern fan. I'm from Germany. All right, fair enough. Well, you win the league every year, bar from one. So fair enough. I have respect for Bayern. It's not as if I don't like Bayern. I think Bayern are amazing. I want them to win the Champions League. I think they will win the Champions League. But yeah, no, it's disappointing from United, as I said before. But we are going to get top five. There's no way that we don't get top five. I don't see Liverpool stringing 10 games unbeaten or winning 10 games in a row. Same with Chelsea. I don't see any of the third to sixth stringing 5 games winning. Not 5 games winning, 10 games winning without losing. I just can't see that happening. So yeah, I think United will get top four. It's just annoying to see that we've dropped points against 10 men, and yeah, but that's everything really. We've got to bounce back against Villa in a week and a half time. Hopefully, we can um, get some get some 3 points again against Villa, and much needed 3 points really. Now you're only 3 points ahead. Yeah, we're only 3 points ahead, but if you're looking at in terms of what that actually means, mate, is that we're actually a win ahead and we're above those teams, so we are in a good position. Obviously, that can change when we play Villa. We could lose that and Villa go ahead of us again. We still gotta play Chelsea away, so anything can happen. You will lose three of the next probably. We probably might lose 3 of the next 9. I'm not gonna say that we're gonna win all 9 games of the rest. I don't see us winning 9 games left. I think United might go. I think we'll beat Villa at home. We'll beat Liverpool at home. The Chelsea game will be difficult. I don't see us winning there. I think we'll probably lose there or we'll draw there. Even the Sunderland game, I don't see United going to the Stadium of Light and winning there. Anything can happen, mate. I won't put it out that we're gonna draw or lose 3 of the next 9. I don't know what's gonna happen. I'll do my predictions. I'll be positive about it as I'm always am. And like I said, I think we're gonna get top 5. Probably nailed on. And yeah, hopefully. No, you can't. You can't get my number. No, no, you can't. Um, but yeah, no, that is everything for today. I'm gonna do my FA Cup predictions on Friday, so stay tuned in for that. If you're new here, please subscribe to the channel, drop a like on the video, and share to all your family and friends. No, mate, you're not getting my number. That anymore, I will actually remove you and block you from watching the streams because it's annoying. But yeah, thank you all for watching. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Catch you on in a bit.